Hello, you wonderful people. My name is Gnome and welcome back to another episode of Music Monday. This time, we're going to do something a little different. I wanted to do a review on this album since it dropped at the beginning of the month. It's Blink-182's new album, California. I've been a fan of Blink-182 since as long as I can remember. I would tell you the truth, I was even more excited since Matt Skiba of Alkaline Trio, my favorite band, took up as the band's new guitarist. Is the album good? Worth getting? Let's talk about it. So first, we'll start out with the pros. I'd say that Cynical, for the most part, is a fairly good way to start out the album. The beginning of Cynical is not so good, but then once you get into the actual meat of the song, it's great, and I think it was a really great song to kickstart the album with. You can actually see the roots of Blink-182 are visible with this song and with a few other songs in the album too. They go back to having some goofy songs, which I thought was always good, even though they're super immature. But that's kind of the thing that you kind of expect from them, and to not, I don't know, to get it back, I thought it was pretty good. And also, the effort that they put forth, it feels extremely genuine. I feel like Neighbors wasn't an actual trial. Like, it was kind of just, okay, let's do this. Where California does feel like, okay, let's do this. Let's just put all we have into it. And I could feel that. At least, me personally, I could feel that coming from them. But with those pros, there's some cons, obviously. If you can't tell by the way that I've been speaking. My biggest complaint is that it's way too overproduced. I'm not saying that just because it's punk or some branch of punk, it has to not be overproduced. You can produce an album and put all these unique things in it, and it can still keep the core values of it. But like I was saying earlier with the beginning of Cynical, the song, it's just the beginning's way too. It doesn't sound like them until you get into the meat of it, and that's how some of these songs feel. For example, you have songs like Los Angeles, which don't really... It doesn't feel like a Blink-182 song. To me, it really does not feel that way. And even and another song on it, Home is Such a Lonely Place, they do not feel like Blink songs. Especially, the one thing I was realizing when I was re-listening to the album, I listened to it about 2-3 times just to give myself, some... to let it go through my brain and process it. Home is Such a Lonely Place. I think if you put another pop punk or a pop band over it, it would sound just like them. It sounds so contemporary, and it's sickening to hear that coming from Blink-182. But as I was saying with the overproduction, that can lead to a poppier sound, and it does not work at times. Just like I was just saying, it does not work. And I went into this trying to be very unbiased and very fresh-headed because I was like, you know what, Matt Skiba joined, it should be great. It should be great, and they should be able to work well together. But that's, in my opinion, it's just not how it worked out. It also feels like this is geared toward newer crowds, and to an extent, I understand why you want to do that, because that's, you want to get your music out to everyone, and that's fine, I understand it, but you still have to try to remain true to your core values, and I feel like they really pushed away from those, and that's one of the more disappointing parts of the album as well. Like I had mentioned earlier with the overproduction and the poppier sound, it does sound similar to other pop bands or pop punk bands. Blink-182 was always very distinct in the pop punk community. If a song came on, it's like, okay, that's Blink-182. You know it is, because just the goofy nature or just the presentation that they give, you know it's them. But those are some of the cons that I just picked out after listening to it. There's some more personal stuff. Matt Skiba is awesome on the album, but I was kind of hoping that he would add his guitar and lyrical work to it. But it kind of didn't seem like it. Kind of literally seemed like he was just a replacement for Tom DeLonge, which I'm not completely complaining about because he was great. But at the same time, I was really hoping that Blink might get that little bit of a darker side, and he's unique because Matt Skiba has a really unique guitar style, and I was hoping that would be added in. But regardless, Matt's work was great. I think it's still pretty weird without Tom, but I think Matt was probably their best choice, if I'm going to be completely honest. Mark and Travis, they still have it. Travis is still a great drummer. Mark is still a goofy dude, you know, he can still obviously play bass. He's still pretty good at it. But to be honest, overall, I'm super disappointed with the album. I shouldn't say super, I'm just disappointed with the album. But I do think it's a step in the right direction. And if they choose to make another album, which by the way, it sounds like they will, but you know, things do change. But if they do, I'm hoping that Blink's gonna take more from their roots, and it can go back to being similar to their older stuff while still becoming a new product. And that's what I'm looking forward to. So whenever they release their album, I'm hoping that they're gonna take more from the core Blink values, and then we'll see. Maybe they'll go back to being how they, you know, just as good as they were. Or maybe they'll just fall into the pop or pop punk trends of today, which for the most part are not that great. Well, that's about all I have for you. I hope you just enjoyed this review. Let me know if you like it, because I mean, I don't know if they did a good job of it, or if I remain as unbiased as possible. Probably not, but let me know. I'm still going to be doing regular Music Monday, so just keep an eye out for those, and also my next episodes of the Games Edition, because the ones I have planned are going to be really great. So thank you guys for watching. It really, really makes my day that you guys watch them and you guys enjoy them, and I hope that you continue to. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace out, Girl Scouts.